Hey all, this is Uken here again with your 5-minute flip. This time we're going to talk about synthetic division. And you may remember this from Algebra 2. It was everybody's favorite subject because it is the alternative to polynomial long division. And polynomial long division can get a little tricky. You got to really pay close attention. Synthetic division is much easier. You get the same result whether you use synthetic division or polynomial long division, but I think you'll agree with me that synthetic division is a lot quicker. All right, so let's try it here. So we've got this polynomial here, and we're going to divide by x minus 3. Now we're going to set this up the same way that we set up synthetic substitution. It's just the result will be a little bit different. And I've got this factor here, x minus 3. I'm not going to use the factor, I'm going to use the solution. So I'm going to use 3, and then I'm going to take all of the coefficients of my polynomial. So I'm going to take 1 and negative 2, and then notice how I'm missing my x term. So I have 0x, so I'm going to go ahead and put a 0 there to hold the place, and then my constant term, negative 9. And then just like in synthetic substitution, we bring down the 1, and then we multiply. So we multiply 3 times 1, and we get 3, and then we add these two together, and we get 1. And then we multiply again. 3 times 1 is 3, and then we add, and we get 3, and then we multiply again. 3 times 3 is 9, and we add. Notice how at the very end we wound up with 0. That just means that because there's no remainder, that x minus 3 is in fact a factor of this polynomial. Now that wasn't what they asked about. I just thought I'd point that out in passing. All right, so the solution that I got was I took an x cubed and I divided it by an x, which leaves me an x squared. So I actually wound up with a 1x squared, and then we just go down from there, plus 1x plus 3. So that is what remains when I divide this polynomial by this binomial. Let's try it one more time just to make sure we've got it. So again, I've got this factor, x plus 2, so I'm going to use a negative 2, take all my coefficients, 5, 8, negative 1, and 6, and go through the process. Bring down the 5 and multiply. So I get negative 10, add these two together, negative 2, and multiply. Positive 4, add these two together, 3, and multiply, negative 6, add these two together and get 0. You're not always going to get 0 as a remainder, but when you do, that's an indicator that x plus 2 is in fact a factor, divides evenly into the polynomial. All right, so again, we took an x cubed and we divided it by an x. So again, we wind up with an x squared. So 5x squared minus 2x plus 3. And that's what I got. Much easier than polynomial long division, I think you'll agree. All right, thanks for paying attention. See you on the flip side.